brothers and sisters,
Greetings.
greetings. For me, this is not only a pleasurable moment. It is a memorable occasion. And therefore, for many reasons. First, you know that every Jamaican of African descent prays, wishes, hopes that one day they would touch the soil of Africa. It goes a little deeper than that, I think. Every single one of them, of us, would wish to come to this country, Ethiopia. You are most fortunate. I myself have a regret. When the emperor came to Jamaica, I was not in Jamaica. So I didn't get a chance either to see him face to face or even better, to touch him. So I have that regret. But I'm not going to live on regrets. I am here having this opportunity to be on the soil of Ethiopia and to eyeball some of my brothers and sisters who are here. The Most Honorable Prime Minister has given me an honorable position in her government, the Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade. And I would think that I would have missed doing everything that I would like to do if I had not got the opportunity to come to this country. So, the AU, with its 50th anniversary, invited the Prime Minister, and what do you think happened? She said, look here, AJ, because I'm called AJ from JA. She said, AJ, you are coming with me, and I am most grateful for the opportunity. I am not going to keep you from hearing her, because really, you don't really want to hear me. But let me say this. We, next month in Jamaica, we are having what is called our 2-yearly diaspora conference. Because our government in the 1990s established a link between Jamaica and the persons who were born in Jamaica but lived overseas. Now that process is developing. And one of the things that I have told some of the persons I've met already since I've been here, I have said that part of my task from now on is that conference, which I say is held every 2 years, should include not only persons who were born in Jamaica but live in North America and Europe. That can't work. The persons who live in Africa, the persons who were born in Jamaica and live in Africa, there has to be an established link in the diaspora movement between Africa and Jamaica. So this is the beginning for me of that link. It is true that culturally, historically, etc., the link was always there. But we have to have the link riveted down so that no conference of that sort can be held ever again without representation from Africa and perhaps, I hope, from Ethiopia itself. One last thing. I want to thank you for agreeing to come to meet with the Prime Minister here because take it from me, ever since we left Jamaica and before, the Prime Minister expressed the wish to have the link with you in your several places of abode. That is what she wanted. As the High Commissioner has said, that was not possible because, as you know, this is really a government-to-government operation. The Prime Minister is not here without the invitation or outside of the invitation of the government of Ethiopia and indeed the organization of the AU. It means then that she was sort of under that kind of stricture. She had to go by what was laid down. But you are here, and you are going to carry the message. And I am going to carry the message back to Jamaica, how fortunate and uplifting it has been for me to have been able to eyeball you on the soil of Africa, and particularly here in Ethiopia. I want to wish for you, every single one of you and your families, first of all, good health. And second, if you behave yourselves, you will have a long life. So what I'm asking you to do is to receive the Prime Minister. And I tell you, we are most pleased that we in Jamaica have someone of the powerful sex. Powerful sex. So you see then, you know, I am not afraid to say it because I speak the truth. In Jamaica, it is the women over time that has really brought us to where we are. And the Prime Minister needs no introduction to you. I will merely say again that we are most proud to have someone of the powerful sex leading us at this point in time. And you know, she is from the roots, right up. She was not born to privilege. She has seen it, she has lived it, so she is no stranger to that kind of experience. Prime Minister, I wonder if you would be gracious enough to address your people.
Thank you very much, Minister, High Commissioner. Thank you. Minister Nicholson, P.S. Miller, and our Honorary Council President, Dr. Hicklin. And I want to greet you in a very special way this afternoon. Jack. I'm very happy that I could attend the AU conference here in Ethiopia. I had planned to visit, for example, junior communities, but yesterday we had so many bilaterals, meetings with heads from the continent of Africa, way to the neck. So it was difficult for us to have made it with such a short visit, and we're leaving this evening. And so I want to thank you so much, particularly those of you who traveled for over 3 hours to be here. I planned to come to you. That was the plan. I'm so sorry. But when I visit Ethiopia again, I will ensure that that be mapped out apart from any other engagement. But I want to thank you for your understanding. We came to the AU conference because we felt it was important, the fact that our ancestors came from Africa, plucked from their homeland, history interrupted, and a number landed in Jamaica and were taken from holding areas to plantations across Jamaica. And so I felt compelled to attend a conference that is now recognizing a 6th region, including the Caribbean. As part of the African Union. I don't think it's not strange to me, because even before a number of Jamaicans, and indeed a number in the Caribbean, recognized Africa as a homeland, Rastafarians in Jamaica recognized long ago Africa as a homeland. Those of you who came here after the visit of His Imperial Majesty Haile Selassie to Jamaica, who offered you land and said that you could come, and you came. All of us are of African descent. I'm an descendant of Africa. And all of us here, we are. And so I felt it was necessarily important for us, on the invitation of the leader of the Commission of the African Union and the government of Ethiopia, to attend the conference. I just want to say to you, it doesn't matter where you are placed, anywhere in the world, remember you are also Jamaicans. And we know you have a problem in terms of your children. And I just want you to understand, in Jamaica, nationality follows mother and father. Anytime you want passports for your children, because you're entitled to, if you wish to get Jamaican passports for them, along with those of you who have Ethiopian passport, because we accept dual citizenship that we, once you're Jamaicans, only that you cannot, by our constitution, only that dual citizenship by our constitution do not allow for parliamentary membership, meaning becoming a member of parliament. You have to give up one, because they want to ensure, I think, the framers of the Constitution, with that clause, total loyalty to the country. But we just want you to know that it doesn't matter where you are. For me, you're in the motherland, but we still regard you. Because everyone in the motherland, anyhow, are our brothers and sisters. It's not just about our ancestors being plucked from their homeland. And the most difficult part of it, there were times when they were sold by even members of their family, or friends, or neighbors, and carted off in terrible conditions to the Caribbean. Although we are separated by distance and deep waters, we are united by blood. Because we have relatives in Africa that we've never met. We will never know them, perhaps. And we will meet some of them and not realize that we are blood related. So for us in Jamaica, and for me, I've always been speaking about Africa and the ancestors and our national heroes. And it didn't matter who didn't like it then. People are now realizing, and I'm sure Jamaica will now recognize, when we get back and do our statement to Parliament, that I was always right. Speaking about our ancestral roots, speaking about those who paid the ultimate sacrifice so that we can sit here this afternoon as free men and women. That a daughter of African descent could visit this country on the invitation of the government and the AU as Prime Minister of Jamaica. And one from humble beginnings. I'm not afraid to say so. I'm proud of who I am. I'm proud of the fact that I'm a black woman from a country with a motto befitting our history out of one. Couldn't be a better motto for a country like Jamaica, where we had the Spaniards, the Europeans. Matter of fact, they say Christopher Columbus discovered Jamaica. I say, we discovered Christopher Columbus. And whether it was Germans or Irish, all there in Jamaica. Some say it was the Taínos first. No. History is proving there was another team in Jamaica before the Taínos. And so I just want you to understand, no matter where you reside, you are very important to us. Our blood runs deep. And particularly for Jamaica, RasTafari, bald head, processed hair, the red.
No, ma'am, this is platinum.
But we are one. But you know what? For a country of our size, the number of outstanding Jamaicans making a contribution internationally all over the world is just phenomenal. The first young black man to have done a solar flight across the world, Jamaica. Was it last year, Justice Turner?
Yes.
Last year, another Jamaican, the first black man in over 100 years to have been appointed to the appeal court in Canada, Jamaica. The fastest man in the world. The fastest woman. Jamaica. All we need to do is to capture the strength, the courage, and the determination of our ancestors. Never mattered the shackles, never mattered the whippings, never mattered that they could not determine when they get a drink of water, or when they get a bath, or when they go to the bathroom. They never gave in. They never gave up. Until they challenged the status quo so that we, the children, can be free. No greater gift can we give to them, but to always honor their memory. That's why the contribution I'm making to my country, you're not going to always have everybody like it. Rastafarians are the most loving people they want to have, and even sometimes they have disagreement. In any family, from time to time, you're going to have disagreement. And so I understand when they criticize, when they badmouth, when they talk. But I always capture what happened with my ancestors. They never gave in, never gave up. They soldiered on. And for me, I'm still in Jamaica. I know I am African Jamaican. The last 4 letters of the word Jamaican are I-C-A-N. I can. And I know I can. Couldn't come to you this evening because of the meetings we had today. And we have to ensure we catch the flight this evening. And when we leave you, we have another bilateral before we head to the airport. But I think it's important and critical that we meet with the African leaders. As a matter of fact, we take it so serious about Africa and our ancestry that when we celebrated our 50th anniversary last year, and the emancipation, you know what I did? I invited 2 African leaders to celebrate with us. President of Nigeria came for emancipation, and the President of South Africa came for our independence. And they brought their contingent and they stayed with us. President had to leave same night after the celebration, heading back to South Africa. And by then, the President of Nigeria had left. So we take it very seriously. What I want, and I hope you will accept in terms of the discussion we have, is that we form a link between Jamaica and those of you here on the continent of Africa, and particularly those of you who came to Ethiopia on the invitation of Emperor Haile Selassie, His Majesty. And we're going to ask Jamaican an Ethiopian married to a Jamaican or a Jamaican Minister of Government, Mrs. Hewlett Hilton. She could be in touch as well as, and her consul as well, to be in touch with you. And if they need any further getting in touch with them, certainly they can speak to High Commissioner. She's based in Abuja. And then the necessary messages will come back to the Minister of Foreign Affairs and to myself. But I think we should stay in touch, and it doesn't matter where we are, we should always be in touch. We have 2 homelands, the one of our birth, the one that our ancestors were plucked from, taken to the Caribbean. It's interesting, however, And it seemed as if the most, well, the strongest, the most rebellious landed in Jamaica. And they were not afraid to fight for our freedom. We can just fancy right now, it should be sad for all of us. Imagine Sam Sharp taken from the courthouse, on the road, walked into the market, and hung in the market. Then I understand he was buried by the seaside. Because they felt then that when the waves come and the sand washes up, it would make his spirit miserable. Thankfully, his remains are now resting peacefully. I understand immediately under the pulpit of the Baptist Church in Montego Bay. Odo did not struggle for nothing. But you know, we come from a strong bloodline. Can you imagine walking from Stony Gut to Spanish Town? Demanding justice. And rather than justice being, he, along with hundreds, were murdered on Bay Square. So we are a strong people. And for the women, well, not to the left of because Nanny was not an easy woman. She never gave in, never gave up. She led her people with determination and strength. And I'll not stop speaking about our heroes and our ancestors. But we have a responsibility to make whatever space we occupy be blessed in their memory. For ourselves, for the present generation, and for the generation to come. We have a responsibility. Rastafarians are always very peaceful people. There are times when they faced injustice as well. Thank God, no more. But I just want you to know, I came and I asked, no matter what, how could I meet some of you? I wanted to show my respect. To say to you, love you, never be shy, to be in touch. Backyard. No matter what. And the country we're now in is very special, Ethiopia. We have to bear in mind Jamaica. There's just something about Jamaica. I don't know if I can say it's mystical. I don't know if I can say it's magic. I don't know if I can say it's charm. All I know, our ancestors that came were different, they were special. And by extension, Jamaica is a very, very special place. I want you all to know we love you. appreciate you and your work you're doing here. Those of you who are professionals, those of you who are passing on your doctrine of RasTafari. And you know what? All of you look good, you see? No, it's true. I'm not joking, you look good.
You look good too, Prime.
Thank you. It runs in the genes. So we are all one family here. It runs in the genes. And so we give thanks. And so I just want to say to you how pleased I am that some of you could have taken that long journey. Some of you from other areas. And I really wanted to come and be in Shashamane. Trust me. I wanted to know the place, and I had asked for a meeting with some of your colleagues in Jamaica. So I wanted to meet some of them before I come here, and I had a meeting with some of them at Jamaica House, and then I heard another team had requested a meeting, and that Dr. Hicklin was meeting with them. So through the meeting I asked for, I joined those that were meeting with Dr. Hicklin. So I just want to say to you, love you, happy to be here. What is very important about this visit is all the meetings we've had, and I want you to know with the presidents that we met from Africa, one of the major issues I raised, among the issues we discussed with them was about air transportation. That there's no reason why we should not be connected by both air and sea. To make it easier access for Jamaicans wishing to visit Africa, and for Africans wishing to visit the Caribbean, to have it much easier by way of travel. And so we raise that because we think it is critical. We also feel that trade is very important. And we should have trade both ways. And we know that, for example, Grace Kennedy, we're moving into business in Ghana and Nigeria, and so on. What we're trying to do to explore, and I know that minister at some stage will be leading, and if I get the opportunity, a team of private sector and people from different sectors in Jamaica to visit Africa, to see how we can strengthen the link between Jamaica and Hopeland. And I think it is very important. And I just want to say to you, never be shy or feel any way to be in touch with my office, Foreign Affairs, through the Honorary Consul, or through Mrs. Hilton, or through our High Commissioner. No, you're here in the motherland, but you also have a home in Jamaica. We love you. I want to thank you for your contribution to national development in Jamaica, and for bringing respect to the RasTafari movement in Jamaica. I congratulate you, because a number of you worked hard for that to happen, and a number of you did not keep the pain or the hurt or the hate for what happened to some of your brothers and sisters by way of injustice. And so I thank you so much. And I just want to say blessings. I know I'm going to open up because I don't want you to just listen to Minister Nichols myself on High Commission. I want to hear from you as well. And so